unbelievable run by Denison in this fourth quarter and really started in the end of the third. But right now, Salisbury's defense is on their heels. Denison is having their way with them, getting easy penetration on every possession down the field.
10th time this season that Donahue has had at least 4 goals in a game. Leads with a quick stutter step, and luckily got enough contact on that to send the ball rolling over to his fellow defender, Tucker, who puts on the Jets across midfield, over to LeClaire, who will stay with possession enough over the restraining line. Seagulls back up only by 2. They got a Garbarino goal last time they were on the offensive end, and they'll be looking for much of the same with 8:45 remaining here in the final quarter of play.
And for the Seagulls, these last 8.5 minutes are really when players like Carson Kalama need to step up. Kalama has been absent most of this game. He really needs to start making plays for his team because his offense is struggling right now, and his defense is really having a tough matchup against Denison's offense.
Quiet day for him and a couple of the second-line attackers, McDermott and Huber. But Gwynn on the doorstep. The offensive middies taking the attacking side on their backs here late. A needed goal coming from the sophomore offensive midi, native of Berlin, Maryland.
What a play by Corey Gwynn, working past his defender, putting on a great move and getting an easy goal. And now it appears both these offenses are going back and forth. And for Denison, with how well their offense is playing, they've just got to be thinking that their defense has to get a couple of stops for them to get back into this one.
How about that dodge right on the doorstep by Gwynn? Got himself open and converted. Borkowitz heads off the field. And looks like an interesting change there. Not 3 defenders on the field, but 2 defenders and a defensive midi for Salisbury in the defensive set. At the moment, Coach Berkman noticing a little bit more speed out there with Donahue lighting things up.
Yeah, and Borkowitz has been exploited by Paris today, or Paulus, I should say, today. And so making that change, getting LeClaire out there.
Ball flies towards the far side of the field. Hit coming, and enough to give possession to Salisbury on the referee whistle. 8 minutes remaining here in the final quarter of play. Seagulls back to a 3-goal lead on the stick of Corey Gwynn. 12-9 they lead it. Winner heads to Foxborough. And RIT up in Rochester, New York, running away a bit. 14-6 they lead it over Wesleyan. Garbarino back with it. Gives it off to Huber, far side. Almost initiated there. George sticking with him. The defensive midi. Huber leaning in a bit. He'll give it off to Reynolds. Quick dump to McDermott. Shot coming and sails low and wide.
Hard shot by McDermott there, but that one just did not find the accuracy. That would have been a tough shot to save with the velocity behind that one.
Blondino rounding the edge. So he backs away a bit. Huber really battling with George there. The Seagulls clearly trying to stretch this Denison defense. It's worked earlier in this game. We'll see if that works again. McDermott running in quickly, initiating. Batted back a bit. He'll back away again. 6:52 on the clock now left in the final quarter of play. Reynolds nabs at it out of the air. Working against here. Tried to dump it off quickly to Kalama. Couldn't find the opening. It's knocked down by Berman. Making the run across the field. He's across midfield, but McDermott tracking well. They'll have to slow things down as Donahue got on the ball. And Denison getting a big stop there. They keep the deficit at 3. Running in quickly is Waxter. He'll dump it off to Butler as they get set in on offense. Waxter backs down, drawing Turnahan away from the defensive zone a bit. Paulus looking for the open pass, but Waxter will keep it for now. 6 minutes on the clock. The Seagulls a 3-goal lead. Butler not drawing leads too far out. He drives in here. Quick turnaround and sailing it wide near side. That Waxter with the shot.
Denison's been having success on those deep shots. Ordinarily, that's a bad shot, but with how hot they've been from outside as of late, That's a look that they've been converting.
Knocked away, forcing the ground ball was Miller. But Dennison gets it back. Rooney. Round the edge, but Tucker with his long pole sticking in there, knocking it away. Rooney trying to get back to it. Whistle blown, and it will stay with the Big Red. Petrov will bring it out of the far side alley. Petrov trying to find the edge against Stevens. 5 minutes remaining. Quick pass across, Rooney. Quick dodge, but it sails wide. And instead of coming out of the cage, Ryman will stay to it. It will go to Dennison, right along the out-of-bounds area. Donahue, scorer of most of the recent goals for Dennison. He'll stay with it. Paulus trying to find something on the edge. Salisbury is stopping all penetration at the moment. This is similar to what we saw in the third quarter. Falling down there, Turnahan going right through the pick. Petrov open on the doorstep. A missed assignment by Salisbury. How did that happen?
And what a play by Petrov. You saw he got the ball, started to wind up as soon as the defender crashed on him, dropped it down low to Donahue, and Donahue continues to eat this defense alive with his 5th goal.
Wide open right there. And Tucker had to slide out to help someone, and Borkowitz not there to slide over for Donahue. And that's a goal for him. 5 goals for Donahue, 5 goals for Garbarino, and we have a 2-goal deficit for Dennison.